There we go. All right, so this is no bullshit. This was sent to me by someone in my Discord server. My friend Sarah sent me this, and basically it's a guy, and he seems to be about wow. He has over half a million. So he seems to be pretty right leaning from what I can tell from the little beginning that I heard before I started recording this. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. It's SJW moments in Avengers: Infinity War. I wonder what those SJW moments are gonna be. I'm willing to bet money that the SJW moments that he's gonna call out are gonna be just women appearing in a movie that has a lot of superheroes in it, and those women are not scantily clad or anything, and they actually do cool shit. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we return to talking about the latest Marvel movie, Avengers: Infinity War, which not only shattered box office records in its opening weekend, just over a week ago, it also has gone on to make over $1 billion in just 12 days. That's pretty crazy, guys. And I say it's much deserved as well.
I just want to say, I just find it funny how this is his logo. It's a logo of a bull taking a shit, and then the cross sign going through it, or whatever this is, arrow cross. This is used for so much shit. Okay, I don't know what the fuck this is. I just love how it's oh yeah, this is totally what this is totally worth 500,000 fucking subs. You know what? I can't even talk. I can't even talk.
I saw the movie opening night and I was more than impressed.
And of course, the guy's not going to show his face because none of these people who do videos like this where they preach, far right talking points ever show their face because they're freaking cowards. That's why.
It's got great action, good fun, laughs, a cool story, and most importantly, one of the best villains of all time, Thanos, who not only assembles the Infinity Gauntlet, he also proves to be a formidable match to the Avengers. I won't be spoiling everything in the movie today, so don't worry.
Yo, what is this? What is this general scenery video or whatever that he has playing behind his thing where people are just walking back and forth in a field of grass? And what is this? What like I said, I can't talk.
But if you do want to hear a more complete review of the movie, you should check out our Avengers: Infinity War movie review live stream, in which me and the fellas went over the movie extensively the night after seeing it. Link to that below. But for today we're going.
They went over it extensively, and it only took them 37 minutes to do it. How much you want to bet a lot of the things that they said in that are probably shallow? I might even go over that.
Going over some of the few but noteworthy bad parts of the movie, namely the SJW moments that pull you out of the story a bit and make you go, huh? Why are they doing that? Marvel is owned by Disney after all, so much.
Okay, so I bet you what he's gonna talk about now with the whole SJW moments thing is he's probably gonna go into shit when they had the whole girl power scene where all of the lady superheroes got together in this really nice pose and everything, which honestly I thought was cool. I get how some people would say that's kind of forced. It's yeah, I would rather you give these women their due diligence and their due respect in their own separate movies. But I did like that. I thought it was really cool. I was I felt something. I was yo, shit's about to get real. It's about to get real right now.
Much like how their left-leaning SJW ideology bled into the new Star Wars movies, so
wait,
too has...
Wait. You can't... Wait. What left-leaning SJW... What are you talking about? Left-leaning ideology leaked in the Star Wars movie. What left-leaning ideology bled into the Star Wars movie? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is I already know what I'm about to be served. I already know the very bad plate of spaghetti that I'm about to be served from this dude. The whole this is the kind of person that would consider SJWism or SJW shit to be anytime a woman is in a movie or anytime the main character is not a man, and especially if the main character, the previous main character in a series or something was a man. This is the same kind of shit that the same reason why people did not like Legend of Korra but loved Avatar: The Last Airbender, even though Legend of Korra is just 100% superior to The Last Airbender in every freaking way. And I will take that to my grave.
Creeped into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Fortunately, though, it's Nothing nearly as bad as The Force Awakens. Or the SJW fest that was The Last Jedi from back in December. No, I will say, to be fair, most of these SJ...
Again, like, this is the shit that I'm talking about. It's just that he's just mad because a woman was the main character. Bro, how is that an SJW moment when a woman is given, like, a decent spotlight? Like, seriously, how is that an SJW moment? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, they gave the spotlight to a woman because guess what? Women and girls like Star Wars almost just as much as men do, bro. Like, calm down. Like, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. Meanwhile, there are people that are starving that could have used your help.
SJW moments are a bit nitpicky for Infinity War. Besides the first and worst offender, nothing really messes up the movie too much. There's just a few things I noticed that were pretty social justice warrior-like. And
also, the fact that this video was only 15 minutes long, it tells you something. What it tells you is that if the SJW shit was like actually as big as he's trying to make it out to be, this video would be a lot longer. But it really all he's going to point out is the fact that women were featured in the film. That's it. The film featured women. Which, like, I mean, if you're a straight dude, what the hell are you complaining about? Like, dare I sound like a misogynist when I say that, but like, bro, just enjoy the freaking show.
Aggressive-ish. So, with all that said, with all that prefaced, and with the spoiler warning here, spoilers ahead, watch out. Well, with all that said, let's go ahead and jump right in. The first character we can for sure tell has SJW influences is Shuri, the Black Panther's sister in technology.
How is, oh my god, Black Panther's sister was featured. Of course he's gonna go for the black woman first. Of course. They do this shit all the time. They prove that their bigotry, that a lot of times they're just hiding their power levels with their bigotry when they do shit like this. It's inherent. It's inherent.
Technology expert. Shuri was set up as this smart, sarcastic, know-it-all scientist in the previous Marvel movie, Black Panther, where she proceeds to mock the American spy.
Shuri was just funny, and she was slightly comedic here and there, and she was a good character. Bro, what are you talking about? Again, these kinds of people, their whole thing is, oh, me no like when non-white man in movie.
Everett, as he comes into their lab injured.
Great, another broken white boy for us to fix. This is going to be fun.
And Everett, of course, got that injury by jumping in front of Black Panther's bodyguard.
Wait, hold on. But he's not going to talk about why she said that. She said another broken white boy for us to fix because she was hinting at the fact that, like, you know, Bucky also dropped in on Wakanda. Like, and it was a joke. Oh my god. Like, you say one joke. You say one fucking joke about these people and they you say one joke in which you might lightly poke at white people, especially white men, and they lose their fucking mind. Meanwhile, just look at any white male comedian over the age of 40, they get up on stage, or no, Steven Crowder. This guy probably is an avid fan of Steven Crowder. I'm willing to bet money on it.
Saving her life by literally taking a fucking bullet for her. Everett nearly gave his life to save a Wakandan woman, but Shuri just jokingly calls him another broken white boy. A pretty disrespectful thing to say to a guy who took a bullet for your brother's bodyguard, but whatever. But that's not even the worst anti-white thing Shuri says in Black Panther. Check out this reaction of her seeing Everett wake up from his recovery.
Oh my god, her making a joke is anti-white. Her making a harmless joke is anti-white. Oh my god. They're just trying to get a rise out of you, homie. It's sad how they think of real SMA. Well, I'm watching a video. I'm responding to a video. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm responding to a video. Oh, do I have low space? All right, hold on. Let's delete some files real quick since we're low on space. No, stop. Go away. Go. No, stop. There we go. Let's delete some files real quick since we're running low on space. Let's go ahead and delete some of this shit. Come on. Delete. Oh wait, no, cancel. Yeah, cancel that. No, don't delete that. Hold on. Let's delete this. Let's delete the recordings from when I was on Prime Cases shit. I don't mind it. It's just that I just need to I need the space. So we'll get rid of some of this stuff that I don't really need. That's fine. That's fine. All right, cool. Let's get back into it. Why have a guest button if you don't allow us in? Because I'm doing a response video. I'm responding to a video, as you could probably clearly see. So I'm supposed to I'm supposed to just drop what I'm doing to have you on to discuss or debate something that I said? Bro, stop. This isn't about you. God.
All right, where am I?
Don't scare me like that, colonizer.
What? My name is Everett.
Oh, please. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is he gonna
save 10 hours.
Don't tell me he's gonna, oh my God. He's gonna get triggered because she said colonizer. Oh my God. He's gonna get triggered. I don't necessarily think that joke was necessary. I don't 100% think that joke was necessary. But like, it was also kind of funny because, let's be honest, white people did go and colonize Africa. Like, she wasn't exactly wrong. I thought it was like a Discord chat and people were responding. No. It's not a Discord chat. It's me responding to a YouTube video that someone sent me on YouTube. Let's debate some other time. Modern Warrior dude is a total fraud though. I don't really care. I don't really care.
Studying with this Chrome extension.
I just know that Modern Warrior triggers a lot of white people, and I find that funny.
Skip the ad.
Yes, I know.
Colonizer? Really? This is not only pretty anti-white and racist, it's also inaccurate. Americans never really colonized.
Okay, like, how is it inaccurate? How is it inaccurate? Like, white people have been colonizers. Sorry if that triggers you, but it's true.
Africa, unless you count Liberia, which was settled by American blacks who wanted to start their own nation in their home continent. Maybe Shuri's referring to America.
Wait, what? Hold on. Play that shit back. Play that shit back.
Colonizing in general, but
can I use the arrows? Okay, I don't have any. Why doesn't this video have any shit? Why doesn't this video have any arrows? Why doesn't this video have any areas? Arrows.
White and racist, it's also inaccurate. Americans never really colonized Africa, unless you count
but the thing is, white people, that's the thing that she's talking about, white people went around and colonized, like, half the freaking world. There's a reason why they said at one point, the sun never sets on the British Empire.
Liberia, which was settled by American blacks who wanted to start their own nation in their home continent. Maybe Shuri's referring to America's colonizing in general, but
is that even... I don't even feel like looking it up to see if that's
even
correct.
That was a pretty sparse history, especially when compared to all the Europeans.
He's like, oh, well, Americans didn't colonize, but black people totally colonized. Bro, get out of here.
Countries who really controlled the colonial things in that era, like Britain, Spain, Portugal, France, or even the Dutch or Germans. They're the ones who did the majority of the colonizing in Africa, not Americans. So with all that...
But the whole reason why white people are in America, are on land that did not belong to you, is because of colonization. That's the thing. Him being American has really nothing to do with it. He still descends from colonizers. If it wasn't for colonizers, he wouldn't be an American.
Said, I just think Shuri is a bit of an anti-white and anti-male here in the Black Panther movie, and it looks like the same kind of...
How is she being anti-male? What are you talking about?
SJW things happen with the character in Infinity War as well. This brings us to not only the most SJW moment in Infinity War, but also just the worst scene of the movie. Granted, it's quick and pretty easy to look over, but this scene between Shuri and Bruce...
Exactly. Yeah, colonization is of life, bro. I don't find the term offensive. Exactly. Like, the thing is, it happened. Okay. Like, you got called a colonizer. Okay. Maybe politely tell the person, hey, can you not call me a colonizer, please? If it offends you so much. But, like, so many people, like, will hear the term colonizer, and then these white boys will just... like, it... And the reaction of it is fucking crazy, dude. It's so crazy. Like, dude, calm down.
Bruce Banner really rubbed me the wrong way. Check this out.
Oh.
The structure is polymorphic.
Right, we had to attach each neuron non-sequentially.
Why didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
Because we didn't think of it?
I'm sure you did your best.
Okay, now I can see what they're going for here. Shuri is making this cute line and everyone...
Wait. What do you mean? That, like, Shuri is smarter? Like, than them? Like, okay, does this guy not know that, like, the IQ of, like, Nigerians is, like, Nigerians that come over to America, or just Nigerians in general, have, like, higher IQs than average Americans. Like, he does realize that, right? Like, does he not realize that? Like, so it's actually kind of cute that they put that in here and that they kind of like, how do I say? What's the word I'm looking for? Chat, help me out. What's the word I'm looking for here? They not alleviated. God, I can't think of it, but you know what I'm talking about. They kind of like, God, the word I'm looking for. ADHD really sucks when you fucking stream and you're not streaming video games. God, I hate this shit. They kind of hinted at that, I guess, or played to it or something. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Allude! Thank you! Oh my God! I don't like myself today. I don't like me today. I don't like me today.
Everyone's supposed to have a little laugh about it. Oh, that's funny. Look how smart she is. But in actuality, Bruce Banner and Vision are supposed to be pretty fucking smart too. Banner is like one of the top scientists in the world, renowned for his study of gamma rays, which, of course, is what also turned him into the Hulk. And Vision, the one laying down there, he's like this futuristic half-robot, half-Asgardian super genius who knows everything, which of course makes him very fucking smart too. And then we got this...
Actually, I'm fairly certain that Vision doesn't actually know everything. If Vision knew everything, he would know how to, like, he would have known how to stop that. Clearly he doesn't know everything. Like, okay.
This Shuri chick coming along and schooling them all and being disrespectful. I know that could make sense in the story in a way.
Wait. And I know I've been stopping this a lot, but, like, it's because, like, almost everything he says is, like, stupid and incorrect. Like, they were incorrect. Like, okay, like, she just found something that they didn't. And the thing is, it's not like Shuri is telling the Hulk or Dr. Banner how to be, a better Hulk or Dr. Banner. That's not what she's saying. She just brought something to light that they didn't know. This happens all the time. And by the way, white people will do this shit all the time, okay? They will white-splain all kind of shit to you. But the second you try to explain something to a white person or try to point out a flaw in something that they said, oh my God, the roof caves in. And they're like, you think you're smarter than me? No, I'm just showing where you were wrong. Like, maybe he wasn't capable in any situation. I mean, maybe, yeah, exactly.
Way too, because Shuri is from Wakanda, which has more advanced technology, but even so, this seems...
Exactly! So, like, there he goes. He literally defeats his own argument by admitting that Wakanda has more sophisticated technology. If they have more sophisticated technological advances, it would be plausible to assume that the people living there are probably very exceptional in intelligence. Like... Hold on, I got a page here on me. Like, again, he's doing so much. He's putting his foot in his mouth so much when he could just say, "Hey, I'm racist and I'm sexist." Like,
still turns me off completely to the character. It turns me off to the movie a bit too, but more so, it really starts to make me hate Shuri. Now, sure, this scene didn't ruin the movie or anything, but damn.
No, you hate Shuri because she's an intelligent black woman. That's why you hate her. That's it. That's why you hate her. Can you explain how life is so much better with Biden versus Trump? Can you explain? Can you explain why you're in my chat? Because I don't like Biden, okay? I don't care for Biden, okay? I want him out of office just as much as you guys do.
It really did make me cringe,
but I don't
especially
want
when you remember again that Shuri is talking to Banner, one of the top nerds and top scientists in the Marvel Universe. And if
yeah, but again, you literally said that, like, you literally basically admitted that Shuri should be an exception to this and should be an outlier to, to this because of the fact that she lives in Wakanda. And she is like a Wakandan princess, basically. And Wakanda has advanced technology. Like, bro, again, just say you're racist and sexist so we can move on with our lives. Hey, how's it going, Mike? Sounds amazing. Are you in Twitch right now? Are you watching me in Twitch right now? If you are, like, amazing. Biden's as far left as you can get. No, Biden is not a leftist. Democrats aren't left. They're right. Both Democrats and some Republicans are right-leaning. Get out of here. Get out. This is not the live stream for you. Get out.
if Shuri is anywhere near as smart as they want you to believe she is, it would be fair to say she knows who Banner is, and is familiar with some of his scientific work. So it's just very disrespectful.
Or maybe, because of how intelligent she is, she doesn't care. Like, she, just because you're smarter or stronger than someone else doesn't mean you need to know that person or like the things that they've done or what have you. I mean, yeah, she probably should know about Bruce Banner. What's to say that she hasn't? Like, what's to say that she hasn't? She probably did know about Bruce Banner beforehand, or I don't know. I haven't seen Infinity War. I mean, this movie came out like this video in this movie came out years ago. I don't.
Well, to act like this to him here. Let's take another similar meeting of minds in Marvel as an example.
So basically, his whole thing is, oh, Banner is a smart white man. She is a black woman or black girl from Africa. She needs to respect the smart white man. That's his whole thing. That's what he's talking about here. That's exactly what he's like. How did my camera fall? I don't know how that happened. Well, we will fix that right now, shall we? I'm not editing this. I'm not editing this. I'm not.
Remember when Stark meets Banner in the first Avengers movie? It's one of the most classic IQ measuring contests of all time. And while they may be a little competitive, they still also have instant respect for one another. They share their knowledge and they show off a bit, but
also, isn't Shuri like a teenager, maybe a young adult, and these two like in their freaking 30s? She's behaving how a know-it-all teenager in their 30s would behave. Like, that's just her character. But I'm willing to bet that he never talks about this whenever men do this. Dude, I need you to do a video. I need you to do a video on Brain from Arthur. I need you to do a video about him and how much you are turned off by his character. I need you to do a video on that.
it's not too much bragging. It's not a pompous way they do it. Not like how Shuri is to Banner here. And no matter how much people say she knows her vibranium and maybe...
Again, she's a kid. You're expecting this kid who was probably spoiled growing up because she's a princess. You're expecting her, like, this is true to, this is an accurate portrayal of this kind of character. Okay.
Be a skilled physician, engineer, or robotic expert, quantum physicist, or even an exotic dance prodigy. She could be a cooking savant for all I care. The bottom line is, I find her character to be this classic I'm a genius because reasons, which ends up being shallow and a bit cringy.
You can't just do that. Say I'm a genius because reasons. What about Tony Stark? What about Bruce Banner? Like, Tony Stark was literally born into a rich family just... Okay, whatever. Okay.
All bad either. I do like her character as the annoying little sister of the king of Black Panther. And she also plays a good rebellious daughter to the queen. Because that was...
Is that not literally all I just fucking said? Again, he's beating around the bush. He's beating around the bush as to his real point. He's beating around the bush to his real point. His real point is, I do not like this character because she is smart, she is black, and she is woman. That is why I don't like this character. That is literally that's all. When you boil down his arguments, that's all he has left. That's all he has left. That's literally all he has left.
Relatable too, but when it comes to being the super genius, holier than thou mega bitch, I just cringe hard. They basically make...
Oh my god, he said super genius, holier than thou mega bitch. Also, how does this video have 200,000 views but only 7,000 likes? I bet you this video has been ratioed, the dislikes have been ratioed this video into oblivion. I'm willing to bet money on it, but YouTube is not allowing they're not allowing the dislikes to be shown. But I bet you, if YouTube wasn't such a fucking little bitch, we would see the dislikes, and we would see this guy is probably ratioed into oblivion. Like, the fact that this has so many views, but hasn't even penetrated to like 10K likes yet, tells me all that I need to know. That nobody actually liked this video, and they probably saw through his freaking video. Like, his like ratio to subscriber ratio for a video that came out in 2018, bro. 2018. You can get an extension to see YouTube dislikes? I don't really care. I don't care that much.
Shuri, the scientific...
I don't. No offense to you, nobody. Like, I'm not like trying to show you anything. I just don't care enough. Because, like, again, this dislike ratio to view ratio. Okay, shit. hold on. Dislike ratio to view ratio is all I need to know. Is all I need to see to know that the dislikes are probably fucking immaculate. Okay, they are easily they immaculate. Okay.
Mary Sue kind of character who just knows everything just
He
cuz.
called her a
Travis
Mary
just wants her
Sue.
to.
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. What are some of this guy's other videos? What are some of his other videos? What are some of his other videos? What are some of his other videos? Okay, it's just showing me shit that I would watch. See, look, female character exists. No BS. Now this is becoming very SJW for my taste. Seeing this woman exist just isn't realistic and really ruined the movie for me. Exactly. Literally, I'm gonna like that comment. How was the female fight an SJW moment? It's quick and a well-executed fight, and it never once shoves any identity politics. See, literally, the top comments on his video from 3 years ago are people literally dragging this man. Literally, hit this comment from person 1 from 3 years ago has literally ratioed his own pinned comment on his own fucking video, dude. Like, you and then he had the nerve to call her a Mary Sue. How is she a Mary Sue? I bet you he doesn't even know what a Mary Sue is. And I'm pretty sure the people that typically toss around the term Mary Sue don't actually know what the term Mary Sue is. They just give it to characters that they don't like who are, super powerful or super smart or whatever. Like a Mary Sue is a character where the entire plot bends around them simply because they are the best character. That is what a Mary Sue character is by definition. Shuri's not a Mary Sue character. The plot is not revolving around her. It's not bending around her. The plot is not telling her this character is clearly the best character. Again, it's just he's threatened by an intelligent black woman. That's all this is.
Because she's young and black and female, I guess. And it also really reminds me a lot of Rey from the new Star Wars movies, in a lot of ways. Especially like
How? I mean, I guess with Rey, you could probably have a bit more of an argument for a Mary Sue character, which, by the way, I don't think Mary Sues are necessarily bad. If that's the way you want to portray your story and you portray it in a badass way, sure, fine. I liked Rey. I liked The Force Awakens. I liked all the Star Wars movies. But, like, just as you could say that Rey is a Mary Sue, you could say the same shit for literally Goku. Oh, and who else? Anakin. Who else? Luke Skywalker. You could literally say that these characters are Mary Sue characters. But because I said that, I bet you I'm gonna get a ton of dudes in the comment section, if anybody ever sees this video, a ton of dudes in the comment section going, you can't say that Anakin or Luke is a Mary Sue. They had very great character development. That was literally their character, their whole archetype was just, I'm the chosen one, who also descended from a chosen one.
this scene from The Force Awakens.
Be pieces of us in 3 different systems.
And the next
I hate
breath
how there's an
unfolds
ad.
into the
Oh,
darkness.
D20.
I turn into an
20.
owl and fly up to see what's ahead.
Your flight disturbs?
That acting was bad.
What'd you do?
I bypassed the compressor.
Both scenes have new
Wait, hold
female
on.
main characters.
Wait, hold on. Also, wasn't Rey like, a person that like, she was like a wastelander that like dealt with scrap and shit all her life? Like, she probably did know.
Showing up our old favorite white male characters for absolutely no reason, and that's just rubbish to me. And back to Shuri in Infinity War. It's worth noting here that the little idea she comes up with in this scene, probably the worst scene in the movie, well, her plan doesn't even work out in the end. And normally that could be forgiven.
Wait. Why is it the worst scene in the movie? Because it's featuring a black female character, a black woman character? Why is that? Why is it the worst scene in the movie? Why is it the worst scene in the movie? Why is it the worst scene in the movie? He is sexist, racist, or both. They explain her. Yeah, literally. Like, again, I don't know because I haven't seen the movie in like forever. But like,
everything in
I can read between the lines. I know the dog whistles when I hear them.
The universe is working against her, but after Shuri was so smug and disrespectful, pretending to be so much smarter and better than everyone, well, failing after acting like that.
Keep in mind, again, he literally is just explaining. I mean, he literally explained earlier why Shuri is like, he basically made the defense for Shuri earlier on in the video.
just
Okay.
makes her look even worse. And back to the original clip of that scene, which we saw here was played during an interview with the actress on Good Morning America. Well, this Shuri situation gets even worse when you realize that they're trying to set her up to be this big hero for young black girls out there, someone to look up to. Look at all these girls on the show dressing up like Shuri, looking
Literally, again, he's just skating around it because he's too much of a little bitch to actually say what he means. He's skating around it. He just yes, what's wrong with Shuri being an inspiration to little black girls that never get to see a black woman character in like a good light? What's wrong with that? And what's even worse is that Shuri barely even gets any sort of spotlight in the movie. She's literally a supporting character. Like,
up to her, when, in my opinion, she's a bit of a bitch who should not be praised like this. The next and second worst SJW part of Infinity.
okay, so the second worst SJW part of the series, of the movie, keep in mind, we're at 7 minutes now, rounding up. If we round up 5 more seconds, 6:55. If we round up 7 more seconds, we're at 7 minutes. We're halfway through, we're more than halfway through the video. Well, no, we're not more than halfway through the video. We're almost halfway through the video, and the first half of the video was him just shitting on Shuri for like no reason. That's literally it. That was literally it. That was literally it.
Infinity War has to do with Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, who, besides a quick fight with Thanos at the beginning, well, besides that, we hardly even see the Hulk in this movie. After he loses to Thanos, the Hulk refuses to come out for Banner, who is then stuck in his human form for almost the whole movie. And at face value, that might not—
Wait, hold on. Wasn't the whole point of like the Hulk not coming out with Banner, or not coming out for Banner, was the fact that like Hulk did not want Banner to just rely on him the entire time? But that the Hulk was tired of being like, used in a way or something like that. There was a video by Jay Stoops about it. Like, if you don't watch her and you watch me, you should go watch Jay Stoops. She does this kind of media analysis a lot better than I do. She and Strawhead Goofy do. Go watch those two.
not seem like such a bad thing. It sounds like they're trying to mix things up a bit, but when you combine this with the disrespect from Shuri, well, it's starting to seem like—
Do you like Dr. Umar or Lois Farrakhan? Are these political figures that, like... I need mods in chat. Or maybe I'm just, like, brain dead and these are, like, Marvel characters.
the Hulk is a victim of the SJW agenda here. Think about it. The Hulk is the biggest and strongest and, dare I say, most manly Avenger. Do you really think it's a coincidence that he—
Wait, hold up. How is the Hulk manly? How is the Hulk the most manly Avenger? What about the Hulk makes him the most manly Avenger? Is it the fact that he's got these big with rippling muscles and he's got, like, no shirt on? Is that what makes him manly? Dr. Umar is a Pan-African. Okay, like, why did he bring him up, though? Like, I'm clearly doing a response video with somebody, and
he all of a sudden can't Hulk out here too? He's basically got erectile dysfunction, or Hulk rectile dysfunction, I guess. So, to me, it really seems like the SJW—
Wait! He said the Hulk has erectile dysfunction, and then he made his own, disorder, or his own, he gave it his own name. Oh my god. Also, I'm just now realizing that this crappy little bowl is he literally made this on Microsoft Paint. That is like the chisel marker tool that he then just photoshopped in like pictures of like an actual bull when he could have, I don't know. Point is, it's shitty. Wait, Lois Farrakhan is the leader of NOI? What? Dude is a nerd. Hulk, manly dude is nerd. Yeah, it's literally a nerd with purple pants. Like, what? Bro, base off emotions, and you're calling him man. I'm dead. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Men can get into their emotions. Oh yeah, probably like it's probably what he's saying. Like, there's probably a method to what you're saying there. It's like he's probably saying something like, oh, because the Hulk gives into anger, that makes him manly. Just letting you know who they are. Why though? Why? Why are you letting me know who they are when I'm clearly not talking about that? Like, unless they have something to do with like Marvel and like the Avengers, I'm not talking about it. Like, why are you...
W's are trying to neuter the most manly character in the Avengers. And this—
How? What evidence do you have to say that the SJW specifically are trying to neuter Hulk in the Avengers. What?
Key Attack on Men is also a two-pronged approach, because not only does the movie neuter the Hulk, the manliest character, they also buff all the girl characters and make them overly smart and skilled, for little more reason than to say girl power a couple times. I felt like
Okay, how? Please give me. Maybe he goes into it, goes deeper into it. But like, how much you want to bet? He doesn't actually go into that. He just goes straight into the girl power scene from Avengers. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Place your bets, chat. Place your bets.
chanting it out in there, in the theater. We already saw how overpowered they made Shuri in the science department, but there's also a pretty noteworthy scene where—
How was she overpowered? And if anything, like you said, she failed in what she was trying to do! And it's always dudes like this that don't even show their face and that are like, oh my god, I can't. Okay, I went and modded. Let me know if you need again. Thank you so much. I know I didn't bring them up. Someone else did, and you asked who they. Okay, well, thank you. Sorry, thank you. I got your two profile pictures confused. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for yelling at you. I feel like the guy watched the TV show of Hulk, and that was clearly a sign of the times, and hasn't read actual comics. Yeah, probably. He's probably
some of the other girl
bloomer.
Avengers get these kinds of moments too, for no good reason again. The Washington Post even wrote an article about the girl power scene called "This Avengers Infinity War fight scene is a step forward for Marvel's female characters." Check this part out. As the Avengers fight Thanos and his alien army in Wakanda,
You know
his
what?
child—
It's not really gonna matter, but I disliked his video.
Proxima Midnight descends upon an isolated Wanda Maximoff. Proxima, fulfilling her villainous remarks quota, points out that Wanda is all by herself and we prepare ourselves for the worst. Until Natasha dramatically announces she's not alone. Natasha and Oki help their fellow hero fight, and Wanda eventually uses her magic to stop Proxima from killing Natasha by flinging the alien into one of the giant tanks rolling around. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say. Or as I would say, girl power. And well, it looks like Marvel's pandering to women here works.
What?
Especially with these Washington Post writers. Because by the looks of this article, they're eating—
Okay, yeah. Pandering always happens, especially in a capitalist society. I bet you this guy doesn't want to dismantle the capitalist structure that leads to this sort of pandering. Alright, whatever.
eating this shit up. I will say this was a minor SJW moment, all things considered. One which really didn't anger me or mess up the movie or anything.
Again, like I said, the scene was great. I really did like the scene. But it was pandering. It 100% was pandering. I would rather, if they were going to do those women like that, give them their own separate movies. But again, that's kind of what they were saying. They're like, we're not going to give them their separate movies because they are minor characters. But hey, what we're going to do, though, is we're going to give you this little scene, okay? We're going to give you this little scene.
It was something I noticed, and I knew what they were trying to do. Next, the article goes on to, of course, hate on men.
It matters in our hearts. Yeah, it's a good, like I said, it was a good scene.
Aside from it determining Proxima's fate, the brief scene is noteworthy for its complete lack of men. Infinity War is a big old testosterone fest, and many of the touted crossovers involve two or more male characters. Thor and Peter Quill, Quill, Stark, and Peter Parker.
Okay, hold on. But like, the article's right, though. It is a major testosterone fest. Superheroes in general, the superhero genre, has been a major testosterone fest since the dawn of the superhero genre. It's been almost nothing but, testosterone domination, or dominated by testosterone. Case in point, I love them, but the fucking Justice League. Like, how, for the longest time, Wonder Woman, how long has Wonder Woman been the only, main, big Justice League member that's a woman? How long?
And Stephen Strange. The humor often relies on the men competing to appear dominant, aiming to impress women like Gamora or take charge of plans.
And
But this
also,
particular fight scene takes place in—
Let me think for a second. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. I don't want you guys seeing my search history. But I want you seeing my pornography. Hold on. Let me see something. Avengers. Okay, so when I look at the Avengers, I see major character, major character, major character. Oh, these four major characters, minor character, minor character, minor character, minor character, minor character. Like all of these characters in the Avengers movies are so fucking minor in comparison to these four right here. The four being Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and the Hulk. Even though you have one of the most powerful members of the Avengers right fucking here, who's a woman, being Captain Marvel. But then we know how everybody reacted to Captain Marvel's movie and how they said it was just forced SJWism and shit. Literally, like, Captain Marvel's one of the most powerful Avengers, and it took them how long to give her her own standalone movie? Like, are you kidding me? Or in Avengers, this was literally a sausage fest. The only person on this front cover that is not a man is Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. And she's such a minor character. She didn't even get her own standalone movie until after she fucking died. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, again, the problem this guy has is that me no like when woman in comic book movie, comic book for men. And then this guy will probably wonder why women don't want to get in men's circles. Or then again, he probably doesn't. He's most likely this incel piece of garbage that probably is one of those people who thinks that women should not be in men's circles, or that places that are predominantly dominated by men should remain predominantly dominated by men. And he probably doesn't understand that it would increase his chances of getting laid if he actually made these spaces more comfortable for women to freaking join. But he won't ever do that because he doesn't want actual gender equality. What he wants is white male superiority, white male supremacy. That's what he wants. Wonder Woman was only allowed to be an honorary member and a secretary for the longest time in the Did she really? See, I didn't even know that. I'm a DC nut. I didn't even know that.
Wakanda is fitting, given the praise Black Panther received for its depiction of women. We'll get more to that later. The Dora Milaje are fierce warriors, and their general, Oki, I can't say her name right, my bad, puts her duty to protect her country and King T'Challa first. You see, even these writers are agreeing with me.
I don't remember if he's saying her name right, but I bet you if he really tried to, he could say her name right. The thing with a lot of these white supremacists is that they make an effort to not pronounce POC names correctly. These people can say Tchaikovsky completely correct, but they can't fucking say but they will not give a fuck about any POC name. They won't. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, iSpeak. Oh, that was from iSpeak? That was from the one and only iSpeak? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. She's literally one of the OG most powerful Marvel characters. Literally, 100%. 100%, dude. 100%.
Me in some ways. Marvel is trying to get more and more pro-women, and at face value, that's really okay. I don't mind it personally, but I do get annoyed when the best way they could come up with to be pro-women is to be anti-male. That's just petty and wrong to me, and it really comes from a place of weakness if you think about it.
But like, literally, they're not being anti-male. Listen, giving somebody else a spotlight because they rarely ever get it, it's not being anti-male. Especially when the majority of your franchise is a major sausage fest to begin with anyway. So like, I cannot with these videos. I cannot with these videos. And also, listen, if someone getting equality offends you, if someone getting a spotlight offends you, you were probably benefiting from their exclusion or their oppression. I said what I said.
Women should be able to stand up on their own, instead of relying on bashy men to try and boost themselves up. Speaking of boosting women up and making them overpowered...
Wait, hold up. Was he quoting the article, or was like that his own... Or was that like his own take? Hold up.
The best way they could come up with to be pro-women is to be anti-male. That's just petty and wrong to me, and it really comes from a place of weakness if you think about it. Women should be able to stand up on their own, instead of relying on bashy men to try and boost themselves up. Speaking of boosting women up and making them overpowered,
you literally cannot do that. You literally cannot say this. You literally cannot say this. You can't sit here and shit on women being boosted up and then say women should be able to stand on their own and not depend on men, when you literally are sitting here shitting on women being boosted up and being their own really cool characters. I can't. I can't. I can't.
New female hero is set to join the Avengers pretty soon. Not only is the Captain Marvel movie scheduled for release early next year, but also there's a quick tease about the character that comes at the very end of the Infinity War movie. In the after credits scene, we see Nick Fury reaching for a device to call for help. When he drops it, we see it's an older pager from the 90s, which has the logo for Captain Marvel on it. She's not only set up to be the first female lead in a Marvel movie, but it looks like they're making her into this rather strong and powerful superhero too. Quite possibly more powerful and stronger than all the Avengers. She is being called in to save them after this Infinity War drama after all, and this goes along with this new girl power trend in Marvel movies, which I'm not necessarily completely opposed to. The men sure have had their share of the spotlight over the years, but this does make me worry a little bit. Marvel movies...
You can't do that! You literally can't do this! You cannot do this! You cannot sit here and say, women should be able to stand alone, and then sit here and shit on... And then sit here and shit on a movie that's gonna feature a female lead, or a woman lead. Like, you can't do that. You can't.
Movies are turning more and more towards the women.
I'm triggered, by the way. Like, hardcore triggered.
And I just hope they don't get ruined by their SJW tendencies, like how the comic books have gone downhill in recent years. And in case you think I'm crazy here, let's go over all the girl
Now listen, I predominantly read DC. I really don't read Marvel. I'm willing to bet this guy does not read a Marvel comic, does not read Marvel comics, or he's probably only read maybe one or two.
Stuff in Marvel lately, in the movies, starting with Black Panther earlier this year, which had a suspicious amount of female characters surrounding the Wakandan king, his sister, his bodyguard, his mother.
Because also, like, isn't she like prominently featured? Isn't Captain Marvel prominently featured in the comics anyway? Now that I think about it, like, she has her own standalone comics. She is like 100% a superhero in her own right, and doesn't need to stand alongside a man to prove that. Like, she has her own comics, and she is portrayed as being one of the strongest Avengers in the Avengers universe. So I think he kind of outed himself as a person who doesn't even read the comics. And I know that, and I don't even read the comics. I just, I read other comics, and I go to comic book shops, and I see... Never mind.
And his girlfriend. Girls were all over in that movie, and it didn't ruin the movie or anything. Black Panther was still amazing, but it was noticeable how many girls were in there. Next, we got Infinity War here.
Wait, you can't say, oh, it didn't ruin the movie that there was so many women in there, but like also there were like a shit ton of women in there, bro. Like, I'm gonna have to set a rule for y'all. Y'all need to not send me videos that are gonna waste my fucking time. I'm kidding. He doesn't. There is a guy on TikTok that does What the Fuck Comics that talks about all the fucked up things in older comics.
Over the girl power stuff. Shuri being the bitchy OP scientist and that all-girl fight scene we mentioned. And there's also Wanda.
Okay, listen. Wanda, out of all of the female... No hate to Shuri and no hate to Captain Marvel. But, like, I'm in love with Wanda. I'm in love with MCU Wanda. If he takes a dump on Wanda...
Scarlet Witch, who was in that fight scene, who's been moving up in the Avengers and seems to be becoming one of the more powerful ones. Next, let's not forget about the next Marvel movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is coming out later this summer. And it also sees Ant-Man being joined by his female crime-fighting partner. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. And then, of course, lastly, like I said before,
hold on! So, like, do you just not want women in movies, like, at all? It's literally Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, does he just not want women and female AFAB characters in movies, like, at all? Is that what he wants? Because I don't. I don't. I get tired of looking at beards all the time. Show me no beards. I get tired of looking at people that clearly have, that clearly have, dicks. And I'm not saying that to be transphobic or anything, but, like, show me something else. Like, show me something else. Fuck, give me, like, please, I challenge you. Give me 3 trans people, or you're a bitch. The only problem with Wanda in the MCU is that they whitewashed her. They did. They really did whitewash her. They really did.
Marvel is getting their own movie next year, which will then be followed by another Avengers movie that will also feature Captain Marvel, who will most likely be this super strong Wonder Woman-like character coming in to save the day. Now with all that in mind, it's really hard to deny Marvel is swinging towards the women in this coming year or so. Whether or not that's going to go completely into SJW.
Yes, because again, the first 4 movies all centered men. That's why they're swinging towards women, because the first 4 movies, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, those movies centered around men. That's why. They literally have, what's wrong with you? I asked that, but I know what's wrong with him. He just doesn't like women. That's what it is. Listen, bro, listen, okay? This is a safe space, all right? This is a safe space. If you are gay, that is completely fine. And I'm not saying that to be crude or mean or anything. I really do believe that a lot of men like this are secretly just gay. And the thing is, they've just grown up in very conservative Christian households that have repressed, that have suppressed and beat down their who they truly are. The fact that they are gay or maybe even he's bi or something. Listen, bro. If that's you, that's fine. But you don't have to shit on women. You can come out. You don't, if you need to come out, and I mean this to anybody, if you need a space in which you can come out, in which you can talk about these kinds of things, my Discord server is open. Please join. We will not mind at all. But, you don't have to get on here and have a facade that you're this masculine dude who's just giving critiques. So it's really all you're doing is saying, woman in superhero movie bad. You don't have to do this. And I'm being dead serious, by the way. I really do think that a lot of these men are only hating on women because they do not have the space or the support to actually be themselves. And they may not be cis. But toxic masculinity. Storm is a woman character that has been done dirty in every movie as well. Yeah, she has. She is a literal god. I saw the death battle between her and Korra, and all the shit that they said about Storm. I'm I would have never. I did not know that until I watched the death battle. Would have never guessed that if I had not watched Death Battle or if I had not read the comics.
W territory and regressive bullshit, we'll still have to wait and see, but again, it does make me worry. And well, those are the 3 big SJW things I noticed in Infinity War. The disrespectful Shuri, the impotent Hulk, and all the girl power stuff. Besides that, I may have had a few other nitpicks, but they're all just for fun and nothing to really write home about. Like that scene where Spider-Man references the movie Aliens, which of course is a female-led 80s movie made by...
Oh my god! Oh my god, only you complained about that. Literally, only you have that as a complaint. Literally, everybody else thought it was funny. Everybody else thought it was cute. Everybody else thought it was cool that he was referencing movies and making movie references while he's in a movie. I can see now why women don't want to date men. I can see why straight women now don't want to date men anymore. I wouldn't want to either.
None other than the SJW Canadian director himself, James Cameron, who ironically enough was bitching about this Avengers movie a week ago, saying it was too male, no less. And it looks like Marvel has recognized that too, and that's
literally the Avengers movie, literally Infinity War, all Avengers movies, all Marvel movies have been overly male. Literally, you've gotten your fill of sausage, okay? You've gotten your fill of sausage. You've gotten all the hot dogs I think you can fit in your mouth, okay? You won the stuffed bunny challenge with the amount of hot dogs that you can fit in your mouth, bro, okay? Now, either spit them out, swallow, or move on! Good lord!
Now, there's also a giant midget in the movie. That's right. He's the guy from Game of Thrones, and he's also the...
Bro, don't do this. Don't come for Peter Dinklage. Don't come for Peter Dinklage, okay? I'm gonna hurt this man. Storm is literally an Omega level. Yeah, she's literally an Omega level mutant, but she's almost exclusively a support or side character. Why? She could dog walk half the team. And they won't say she is because she's black, but she's been shown it. Yeah, literally. She's been shown to be a literal god. Literally.
The one the Hulk goes to in the movie to have him make a new weapon to fight Thanos. And I think having midget, dwarf, little person representation is certainly something a radical leftist, pro-diversity, anti-ableist...
What are you talking about? Again, He hasn't read comics. He hasn't read comics. I don't read Marvel comics, and I know that the dwarves were giant like dwarf dudes, which is kind of weird. But like again, it's in the origin. Like they form Mjolnir from the core of a dying star. Like the dwarves, even if you go by like Norse mythology, the dwarves play an influential role in Norse mythology. There's literally fucking Fafnir, who's a dwarf that hoards gold, who gets turned into a dragon because he hoarded gold. I would think with you being a white supremacist, clearly, you would know a thing or two about... It angers me because these people act as though they're experts on this shit, and it's very clear when they talk about it that they're not. They're not experts on this shit. Like, he is not one to talk because he made that take. Because he just made that take. This proves to me that he does not read the comics. And he does not actually know a lick of what he's talking about. He doesn't. He literally does fucking not. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I need to take this hoodie off too. I need to take this hoodie off. The video's almost done, but I need to take this hoodie off real quick. I'm too hot. I need to turn down the thermostat, but I like the heat. I like the heat, honestly. It was just getting a little too hot, and I'm kind of angry and moving around a lot. So, because this guy is a dumbass. Like I'm sorry, but like I'm trying to censor myself because I know TikTok's very like sensitive, but like this guy is stupid. He is stupid. He is very, very dumb.
SJW would be all for. Another SJW point some could argue would be with Vision, who's a half-robot, half-alien hybrid, who's also trying to transition.
Why is that? Oh my god, he made the argument. First off, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I have ever heard the argument of Vision representing trans people. Because see, here's the thing. Vision is neither human nor robot. If you actually paid attention to the movies, Vision's origin is actually one of the coolest and most unique things in the MCU. Because Vision technically is made out of both synthetic and living tissues and fibers. He is literally like a living flesh machine. Like, I shouldn't have said that. But anyways, you get what I mean. Like, it's not about, he doesn't represent trans people. He's literally himself. This is something he can do himself. He doesn't have to go under hormone or puberty blockers. He doesn't have to have any like top or bottom surgery or anything. He literally just does this because it's literally his makeup. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
To be human. Yep. Vision is a transhuman if you think about it. Even
He's
trying to put on this fake human form in some of the scenes. There's also a big plot point where Shuri
didn't Vision bring this up too?
operates.
Hold on. Didn't Vision bring this up too in like when he was first made? Like he's neither human nor like he's not like a robot either. Like he's something different. He's his own thing. He's not transhuman. He's a completely different organism.
It's on Vision, trying to remove his Infinity Stone that's on his head. Does that sound familiar? Well, to me that sounds almost like a sex change operation.
Oh my god, no,
but instead,
no! Oh my god, you can't.
Instead of removing his cock, Vision is getting his Infinity Stone removed. Pretty degenerate, nonetheless. In the last SJW...
No, they're trying to remove his Infinity Stone so that he doesn't literally die when Thanos tries to come and take the damn thing!
Point I could think of is to do with Thanos and his big master plan of the movie. Thanos thinks the galaxy is overpopulated, so he wants to collect the Infinity Stones.
Oh my god, no. He's not gonna make. No, dude. Please don't prove that you're Please don't prove that you're Please don't prove that you're politically illiterate by making the idea that Thanos, who is extremely far right, that Thanos is like. I want a sex jewel. I'm dead. That Thanos is like totalitarian left ideology and rule of like. Don't say Thanos is a leftist, bro. Don't say Thanos is a leftist. You will literally lose any and all credibility and the sliver of credibility, the tiny fraction of a hair credibility that you.
And use them to wipe out half the life in the universe. That way the other half will have more resources for them to survive. And if this plan sounds crazy and fucked up to you, don't worry. We all think Thanos is a nutbar, but he himself thinks he's doing the right thing in his own twisted way. And this reminds me of the SJWs in a lot of ways, who also think they're doing the right thing many times. And they also think that—
Wait, no, well, literally, you can't use that as an argument. You can't say that, well, the SJWs think that they're doing the right things all the time. Literally, I can say the exact same thing about any side whatsoever. And I would also go further to argue that literally these kinds of villains and characters are the best kind of characters. The characters who do what they do because they think it's right. Like, so not only does he suck with political ideology, but with political analysis and ideology, but he has literally no brain for media analysis. My God, he is astronomically stupid.
they're saving the world even though they're really destroying it. Thanos is basically an SJW villain. He's helping people.
So he's saying the dog whistle again. The whole idea that, oh, they think they're saving the world, whereas really they're destroying it. They're tearing down society because, by trying to make it more inclusive and make it more equal, they're trying to tear down and ruin society.
Who never asked for his help, and in a way which no one wants him to do it. And this is very much like the radical left in current year. In the end, I believe that a little injection of these so-called social justice—
you can't just say that this is how the radical left does things without giving an example of how the radical left does this. What? No, you can't.
Justice elements in the films can be acceptable as long as it doesn't—
I thought right-wing TikToks were bad, but honestly, this is worse. This is objectively worse than anything I could ever freaking find on TikTok. This is, with the exception of like Tyler Blumman and conservative Texan, this is quite possibly the worst take, the worst. This was so incredibly bad. I think this video is 15 minutes long and it's worse than any 15-second TikTok I could ever freaking see. My God.
Ruin the movie or ruin the story or the enjoyment of it. Back to the Star Wars comparisons, well, The Last Jedi was a huge pile of SJW garbage because its main plot—
Wait, no. What you how are you gonna— you're just stringing this in because you just want to say that you hate the recent Star Wars movies. That's it.
Strongly promotes the ideologies of leftist movements at the—
Where? How?
expense of the plot of the movie and sending Star Wars so off the rails it might never come back.
How? You can't just say that these things— this represents left-wing ideology without giving examples as to how it represents left-wing ideology. I don't even do this when I talk about right-wing shit, ever. Chat, whenever I talk about right-wing ideologies and things with whenever I talk about how right-wing ideology like permeates spaces or whatever, what have you, I give examples, don't I? I don't ever just say, this is right-wing, this is right-leaning. Oh no, he's made the argument that Rey is a Mary Sue. He's made that argument.
And this damage to the Star Wars brand will surely
Here's
be reflected
Here's the thing. I could understand why someone would say that Rey is a Mary Sue character. The problem here is that Star Wars is so shittily written. The concept of Star Wars, I'm not even just talking about The Force Awakens and Rey's movies. I'm talking about the entire series of Star Wars is so poorly and shittily written, okay? Everyone in there is a fucking Mary Sue, okay? Anakin and Luke, Mary Sue's as well, okay? Like, I would say, if anything, that Rey is a little less of a Mary Sue than the other two male characters, if I'm to be completely honest with you. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. You can't sit... You give a lot of citations, do I? Okay, thank you, Barbed Wire. Him not realizing Anakin is space... Yeah, Anakin is literally like a space Jesus, Mary Sue kind of character. Again, I would say that, like, literally they say, you have the most midichlorians, more than any other person ever. Like, oh my God, that is literally Mary Sue shit. It's literally Mary Sue shit.
On the box office of the next Star Wars film, Solo, which—
I'm sorry, but midichlorians were poorly explained, okay?
Just coming out in a couple weeks. However, something as trivial as a 15-second clip of Shuri showing up Banner in Infinity War doesn't necessarily ruin this movie. It's just a little cringy. The rest of the movie holds it up though. And since Infinity War's main plot is based on Thanos, who is an SJW villain, but
so notice how he doesn't talk about how in Infinity War, he doesn't talk about how Gamora was literally fucking sacrificed in Infinity War for like it really didn't make much sense, honestly. Gamora was literally sacrificed, because he probably thinks that was completely fine, that was great. He doesn't talk about how Black Widow like threw herself off a cliff and was basically a sacrifice before she even got her own standalone movie. But I'm willing to bet you, if I click on his page, I'm probably gonna see him shitting on the Black Widow movie.
Hates him, they're actually going in the right direction here. So with that said, with the rest of Infinity War being really good and great, I would certainly say the movie is not a total SJW girl power shit show. It's just got a few groaner lines in there and scenes, which I could look over.
Notice how all of his gripes about this movie are ways in which women were portrayed well, but he never talks about ways in which women were portrayed incredibly bad.
In the long run, they were all some minor points, so I'm not going to be offended by something this small. If I was getting offended like that easy.
Minor points? You literally call, and minor points not getting offended? You called Shuri a bitch for no reason, and then you just went and shat on, okay.
Right. I would be no better than the SJWs. What do you guys think?
You're not any better than the SJWs. You're objectively worse.
Marvel movie? Were you cringing at the scene where Shuri disrespects Banner? And do you think emasculating the Hulk was an intentional anti-male move? And is certainly part of this more female, more girl power type stories in Marvel.
Alright, I've heard enough. I don't care. I've heard enough.